What's going on, everyone? I hope everybody's having a great day. All right, guys, we're going to go to another Gigapan by my good friend Neville Thompson. Let's jump into this, because I think you're going to find this really interesting. One, I'm going to show you guys that, again, more manipulation, but more blatant. Now, some people refuse to believe that they wouldn't doctor these photos up. Well, this one here is, it can't be more blatant than you want it to be. And then we're going to look at some other stuff. Let's get into this. All right, you can see right here is the MSL, which is basically the Curiosity Rover. Sol 1104, Navcam by Neville Thompson. Thank you, Neville. All right, this is the one we're going to look at. And you can see this is the size of the pan. We also have the Curiosity Rover in it, right there. It's wild when you see this, guys. Now, I chose to look at the area over here to the right, just below my cursor there. But let me show you something just blatant as can be. Again, some people believe this is not true. Okay, look at this. No, that's not fog in the mountainside here, guys. Check this out. Look at this. It completely goes around this piece sticking up out of the ground. Goes like this. And you can see it it looks like this straight edge right here and 90-degree angle coming down. See that right there? Look at this. Oh, no, they don't censor any of the photos. What's wrong with you? Look at this. You can almost see like another drawing, something right there. See that? Comes out, comes straight down. There's a square, part of a square right there, and something coming down like this. Something that is either drawn into this mountainside or it is an actual structure. One way or the other, something's being censored out of this, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it can't get any more censored than that, guys. Here we go again, down here, with this wannabe dirt. See that? Let me go ahead and make this full screen. It'll be easier. See that right there? Right there. Look at this. It's not like, well, maybe there's something wrong with the photo. No, it's purposely going around. You can see it right here. Right there on this edge. It goes around this other little white circle. See that? Goes up and around it. Dips back down, goes around. You know, there you go. Now, some people have said, oh, these photos are completely fake, and that's it. No, that's not true. The reason why I don't believe it's fake is this. When you have a landscape, if I was going to fake it, and I know you guys would do the same, because any smart person is going to say, listen, if I'm going to fake it, I'm going to make sure there's nothing to be seen in this photo. And it's going to be blasé, nothing to see, simple rocks and dust. Nothing more, nothing less. Yet we're finding things that are anomalous in here we should not be finding. And we're also finding this. So the photo's not faked. It's the fakeness they're putting over some of these areas that I get and I would agree with. Check this out. Look at the top of this right here. Almost looks like a square piece right here with little squares. See this right here? Right there at the center of the screen. Right there. Look at this piece protruding out of the top. I'm going to zoom into this a little further. There we go. Check that out. Right there. And look how this is almost straight. Comes around. Guys, this is like machinery, structures, something. Look at this. It goes straight across and down. Something else is behind it. You can see that like this divided line. Check that out. What is this here? It almost looks like it's raised off the ground. Comes up, goes like this here, goes over. It's a little thinner at the end here, just like it is on this end. You can see right here, it's this thick. And then it has this piece. It literally looks like it's off the ground or off this stuff that we're seeing here, right? And just under that, look at that, guys. You can see almost like a circle, a dark circle. See that? A square just behind this. I just seen this now. Look at this. Right there. Perfect square. Guys, come on. I mean, some people refuse to see the obvious, and it's right there. I mean, I just don't understand it. Some people say, oh, this guy's delusional. It's nothing but rocks. Explain this to me. Why am I seeing what looks like a half of a square, a right half of a square, rectangle, whatever it may be, with this thing popping right out of the ground from it, and maybe coming from that square? I'm not sure. Maybe actually be in front of it. Not sure. But I can clearly see that. I mean, what do you need to actually see this stuff, guys? Look at it. I'm just noticing this now. It's gray here. See this right here? It goes up. Then it has a separation line. You can see it like a thin line right there. And then another fainted one right there. So it's sectioned off, whatever this thing is. It's not natural. This is the part I want you guys to see even more importantly than this, although this is important. And guys, don't forget to use your magnifiers. Like right now, pause this. Have a look at these pieces up here like I've been showing you, just above this cursor. Have a look at that stuff. Because that's crazy, the stuff you can find in here, right? All right. Like I said, let me bounce over to here. Guys, check. You're going to love this. So when I first seen this, I thought, foundation, part of a structure, something that's been dug into the side of a mountain. And what I mean by that is right here, you can see it going up like this here, this left side, goes across, comes down, nice 90-degree angle, comes back down. Now look at these two, I'm going to use the term wafers because as far as the way the light is, it almost looks like a flat disc, or actually two flat disc kind of shapes anyway, right? One to the right there, and look at the two little lines. You guys see that very faint? 1, 2, see that? 1, 2. And then this one here doesn't seem to be getting as much light, or it's the way they darkened it. You can see something else is white, and it's on the same angle. See the way that goes like that? Yeah. Also take note of this part. Again, guys, pause this any way you like and have a good look. Look at this piece right here. There's white all the way around it, at least appears to be, at least from here to this right side. Has something right there. I'm going to back up a little bit so it's not as blurry in a second. And you got this darkened item, whatever that may be right there, right? And guys, I'm going to take you guys into Photoshop. I'm going to brighten this up. I'm going to get rid of most of the shadows, and we're going to see what's really there, because there's some crazy stuff in here, guys. You got to look. Here's another crazy little thing. Look at this. It looks to be like some kind of weird little white platform, and it might have like a little pathway going across from it. See it right there? There's one side of it there, the other side here, and it appears to almost go around like a circle, and you got what looks like this little pyramidal kind of shaped frame or something sticking right out of that. Let me back out a little bit so it clears it up, and if you have to use your magnifiers, go ahead and do that. All right? Other items sticking up right here. Going like this, comes back down. We can see a separation right here. Right there, there's a line. Something rectangular. And you can see where they've edited this right here. You can see right here, this whole thing is blurry. But right there, there's a 90-degree angle, and there's just a hair bit of white and clearness. You can't make it out, though. It's just the way they've done it. But we're going to jump into this right now in Photoshop and lighten these things up and just show you some of the things that are in here, because I'll tell you what, when I first saw this part right here, I thought, that's it. That's it, just a 90-degree angle. It's not. Have a look at this right here. It literally goes like this. Here's the edge, and it appears to do this. Now, you may say, really? I don't see that. Well, it's because it's darkened up. They've darkened and brought the exposure down in this particular photo. Let's jump into Photoshop. I want to show you that a little closer. Okay. Zoom into that area and check this out. Now, let's go ahead and brighten this up. Raise up the exposure and get rid of some of the shadows. Okay. Now, check this stuff out now, guys. Look at the little piece. I'm just going to back out just a little bit. You can see what looks like this weird circle right here. And again, use your magnifiers. There's something right here. I'm not sure if it goes back or if it just goes straight up and down, but it has this black circle right there. And like I said, anybody who's using their magnifiers, you're going to see this quite well. Again, we have what looks like this item, and you can see it right there. It's kind of weird. It almost looks like this piece here is doing this. Going like that, going across, coming back down. Now, when I saw this, though, it almost looks like it's like this. And going up like that. But have a look at the squares and the small shapes. To me, guys, this is mechanical. That's the way I see this. And again, the circle right here, you can see this. And this piece is going off into the back of this or into this said item here I said earlier. And it has other little like pieces here. And it has this round circle. Now, what the hell could that possibly be, right? Come down here. We've got other pieces here, like this one here. I'm going to circle this. Go ahead and pause this. Have a look at your magnifier. Looks like it has, like it's some kind of squared item, or at least at the very end. Has this darker circle. Has this piece going up like this. With some rather interesting little details. Right? Has that separation line. There's another one here. Here. Almost like this piece here is going up and over. Kind of thing. Like doing this. I mean, guys, just look at the different separations and the pieces in this, right? See that? Now, let's enhance this a little bit more. Look at this. This is cool. Like I said, guys, you see like a squared off area, you go, Mother Nature can make 90-degree angles. But can she make it like X amount of times over and over and over again? Can she do this in the same area? Keep in mind, we're not talking about just can she make it at all. We already know it can. Mother Nature can do that. But can she come up with these weird other shapes, items, circles on squares, things like that? Can she do that? I'm not sure she can do all of these different shapes in one area, and many times it's more than once. It's not just different shapes, but it's many. Again, it almost looks like we have this weird thing going like this, goes off to the back, and it looks like we have this weird triangular type thing sticking out. You guys see that? I'm looking at these here. This is interesting because they seem to be symmetrical. One of them is hidden more than the other, but look right here. There seems to be a line right here, and it seems to be this square piece, at least half of. Now let's have a look at that. See that? It has this, you can see right from here down, it's completely been blurred and everything else, but you can see the actual opening in a blurry kind of way right here. You can see it's thick, it's doing this. And we've got the other one doing the exact same thing, or pretty darn close, only the difference is they block this off. This here would be completely blurred like this one, and you can only see half of the square like this one up here. And yet, we're not seeing that. See that? This one here has got more detail to it. But it's amazing how this happens to be practically like symmetrical. See that? You've got these objects over here almost look like there's... They look like they blocked this one out a little bit, but nevertheless, it's kind of there. It has what looks like almost like this circle or flat or half circle in there, and these small details in here. Look at the actual shapes in here. This is wild. See this right here? And you've got this squared off areas here. Notice this right here. Okay? This item right here. And again, guys, I don't know what to make of this stuff. If it's structures, then it's very small. To me, it looks like parts of foundations, or it's some kind of manufactured item. Maybe it's something as a whole, but because it's basically manipulated and censored, plus it's been years of dirt, we don't know. All we can see is bits and pieces of this. Thanks to these artists over the JPL and their little CGI department. But check that out. Let me just back out a little bit. And again, we have this, what looks like, it kind of looks like it's doing this. And I could be wrong because this is darkened, right? Check this out. And again, we've got these straight pieces. Pieces like this here. And I'll back out a little bit, so I'll show you this will be a little bit clearer. See this? Look at this item right here. Is that natural? I don't think so. And we have like what looks like different sections. Oops. I'm going to do it this way. Looks like a section here. Looks like some kind of square here. Another here. And it looks like it's kind of faded out on this side, but it looks like something, whatever these things are, to me they look mechanical. Here's something else. Let's go back out of that a little bit. Now, because I'm burning a lot of this, we're getting off this layer that's on top of this area. This is the reason why you get this weird, grainy looking areas, because there was like a manipulation over this. And you can see it right here. Look at another square. Pieces going down like this. But it almost looks like two circular items right there. And almost like they're coming out of this area right here. I'm not sure what to make of that, guys, but there it is. All right, let me go into this a little bit more. Again, we've got this item right here. And you can see just the bits and pieces in here that just doesn't look natural. Almost looks like a square right here. Of course, it's very hard to see. And it looks like it has a white orb. Well, not so much an orb like you would see something flying around, but like this white round piece. See that? Right there. I'm going to back out so this will get a little clearer. If you're using your magnifiers, it'll help you. Get rid of that. We have items that are here doing this. And you can see the shadow under this. Something's right there, but anyway. And you can see what looks like something darker right there, as well as this one. Almost looks like it's got a square base. Kind of does this. And has something sticking out of it. See that? Guys, way too many things in here to be natural. I'm not sure what to make of this area right here. When I look at this area alone, it just, there's no way this is natural. Because I can see what looks like a line here, right here. Almost like there's another inner darker square. Something's right here doing this, okay? And we got something similar to that, only it looks bigger, maybe because there's more light on it. And because they've darkened it, it appears to be larger. But I don't think that's the case. Now, we can see something, there's a separation because it appears to be light going down here. See this? But we have what looks like something going like this. I'm just looking at this now, and it looks like there's a 1, 2, like opening, like round circles. Guys, have a look at this. Tell me what we're seeing here. I think there's way too much in this photo to be natural. Again, this item right here. Let me zoom way into this. Look at this. What is that? It appears to going down. I'm not sure if it's standing straight up and down or if it's like a block and it's going front to back. I'm not sure. I don't know what to make of that. This area right here, I'll just stay zoomed in. Right here. There you go, guys. This is the original. So it's even harder to see. And again, this was really hard to see as well until we brighten it up. Okay? I'm going to sharpen it up a little bit. And you can see where I really broke through a lot of this crap. You can see it right there. But nonetheless, guys, it is there. I mean, you can see this, the shape of this, right? But you try to blast through any of the junk that's here. Won't go quite sharp. Back out a little bit. And guys, have a look. There's no doubt this stuff is the real deal, guys. You know, some people will say this stuff is fake. And you know what? That's totally up to you. But to me, when I see this, I'm going, wait a minute. I can see mechanical looking items. I can see things that look intelligently made. But I can also see blurring. Now, this tells me that this stuff is the real deal. And it is not fake. Because, again, if I'm going to fake something, I'm going to leave this stuff out. There's no reason for me to leave something that's intelligently made. So I will be questioned. Meaning I'm NASA or JPL. If I'm questioned, I don't want to be questioned about this. I don't want people to see it, so I'm going to make the whole thing completely void of anything that looks intelligently made, and that's pretty much it. I think you guys would agree. Now, is it because they're letting this stuff out slowly, and this is what we're seeing? This is the reason why they're letting some of this stuff out. Something right there. It actually looks like it's kind of off the ground. Right there. There's like a little white piece, and it's got a shadow under it. So it may be something connected over here. It's just got a little overhang. See that? And again, this square item here. Yeah. There you go, guys. Be the judge. What are we seeing here? There you go. Pause it. Gonna have a last look. I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen this up a little bit. Back out just a hair bit. And have a look. Max sharpen right there. Again, the areas I burned off to get rid of some of this trash over, or this censoring off the photo. You'll see that weird graininess black on there. There you go. All right, guys, what are we seeing here? To me, and I'm just saying this is my opinion. Nobody has to follow this. I'm seeing things that are unnatural. It doesn't look natural at all. It doesn't look like simple rock. Although it's hard to find a simple rock when there's all kinds of shapes, right? But nonetheless, these things look like they've been purposely designed and made and placed. It doesn't look like something that's just randomness, just boulders and stuff laying there. There's too many what look like mechanical parts, what look like ends of pipes or some kind of openings, round openings. You know, that's it. I mean, these pieces, that's what makes me believe when you see these weird little hills or buttes or whatever, that they actually built structures into them, or they made them look like buttes and hills. Either or, right? Anyway, guys, drop your comments and thoughts below. Please like and share the video. Always appreciated. You guys know that. Spread the word. People need to see this stuff, and they need to hear about what's really going on in these photos, right? Again, a big thank you to everybody who's supporting the channel. I do appreciate it. It does help the channel, no doubt about it. And again, you guys are appreciated. Anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Always appreciated. And I'll see you in the next one.